You're staring at this screen because something in you knows you're failing. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility. There's a war happening inside you right now, and you haven't even noticed. 3 silent battles decide if you live or just exist. Most people lose all 3 before turning 30. The worst part is they never even know they were fighting, so listen carefully, because what you're about to hear wasn't taught in school. Your parents never told you, and it's why you're still stuck where you were 5 years ago. The first battle is against the voice in your head. The voice that tells you tomorrow will be different, that this time you'll actually do it, that you just need more time. A lie. That voice is your most lethal enemy. You feed it every day with excuses wrapped in hope. It convinces you that planning is the same as doing, that thinking about change is enough. It isn't. As you read this, that voice is already trying to neutralize what you're learning. It tells you this is interesting, that you'll apply it later, that you need to finish other things first. It sounds reasonable, it's not. It's a trap designed to keep you exactly where you are. Nietzsche said it brutally. Man is the only animal that trips over the same stone twice and blames the stone. You are that man. You've spent years tripping over the same internal narrative, still thinking the problem is external. Here's what you don't want to hear. That voice isn't yours. It's a collage of inherited fears, swallowed opinions you never questioned, and traumas you don't even remember acquiring. It speaks like you, but it is not you. It's the echo of everyone who told you you couldn't. Every failure you turned into identity, every time you chose comfort over truth. And the most disturbing part is this: you trust it more than yourself. When you have an idea, it shows up first. When you want to take a risk, it stops you. When you try to grow, it reminds you why you shouldn't. It is your most loyal guardian and your most effective executioner. The paradox is brutal. The protection it offers is the same prison it builds. Think about the last time you wanted to change something in your life. That voice gave you 1,000 reasons to stay still, and you obeyed.
Marcus Aurelius wrote, "We are what we repeatedly do. So what are you? A slave to a voice that isn't even real." The solution isn't to silence it, you can't. The solution is to recognize it for what it is. Noise. When that voice shows up, thank it for its opinion and move anyway. Act despite it, that's the first battle. You don't win by eliminating the voice. You win by denying it control. Every time you do something it tells you not to do, you gain ground. Every time you move with fear instead of waiting for it to disappear, you advance. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's action despite fear. Here's the truth no one tells you. The voice weakens with every victory, but it never disappears. Learn to coexist with it, knowing it doesn't command. That's how the first battle is won. The second battle is against time. You think you have plenty, but you've already lost half. I'm not being dramatic, I'm being honest. Humans live like they're immortal until one day they realize they aren't. Seneca made it clear centuries ago. It's not that we have little time. It's that we waste a lot, and you've wasted an obscene amount of it on things that don't matter. Hours lost to distraction, days sacrificed to comfort, years waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. Time is not renewable. Every second that passes is gone forever. You don't know how much time you have. 50 years or 50 days. That uncertainty should terrify you enough to move now. Instead, you use it as an excuse to postpone. You think that because you don't know when it ends, you can afford another day of mediocrity. Wrong. Death doesn't warn. When it comes, it won't care how many plans you had. The greats understood this. They lived with urgency. You live like you have a guaranteed extension. That's why you're still in the same place. But the battle against time isn't only about death. It's about the life you waste while waiting. Every day you don't act is a day handed to mediocrity. Every hour spent on irrelevant things is an hour stolen from what matters. The problem isn't that you lack time. It's that you lack priorities. You have time for social media, shows, complaining, and distraction, but not for the life you say you want. The truth is uncomfortable. You do have time. You just don't have discipline. Time is democratic. We all get the same 24 hours. The difference between winners and losers is how they use them. Here's the brutal secret. Time accelerates with age. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and suddenly 10 years are gone. You don't even know where they went. This happens because you stop living new experiences. Your brain doesn't register routine. It deletes it. When every day looks the same, your mind compresses time because there's nothing worth remembering. That's why childhood summers felt endless and now a year feels like 2 weeks. Time didn't speed up, you stopped living. The solution is simple but terrifying. Break the routine, do things that scare you. Take risks. Create experiences your brain can't ignore. That's how you win the battle against time. You can't stop time, but you can fill it with meaning. Live in a way that makes looking back worthwhile, not painful. The third battle, and the most brutal of all, is against yourself. Not the voice, not time, but the version of you that you refuse to let die. That comfortable, mediocre version filled with excuses. The one that prefers familiar misery over uncertain growth. That's the enemy you protect every day. Here's the part that hurts. You are your worst enemy. Not the system, not society, not your circumstances. You are the one who chooses comfort, chooses safety, and chooses not to risk. You do it because change implies death. Not physical death, but symbolic. Becoming better means killing who you are now, and that terrifies you. Humans resist change. We prefer familiar pain over possible growth. That's why people stay in jobs they hate, relationships that destroy them, and lives that don't belong to them. The familiar feels safe even when it's killing you. The unknown feels dangerous even when it could save you. Jung said it perfectly. People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid confronting their own souls. And that's exactly what you're doing. You avoid looking at yourself because you know you won't like what you see. But you can't win this battle by avoiding it. You have to face yourself. Look at your flaws without mercy. Accept that you've been failing. Decide that today is the last day of that version of you. Not tomorrow, today. Tomorrow is the favorite word of losers. Winners act now, even when they're scared. Even when they're unprepared. They jump and build the wings on the way down. Stop waiting to be ready, you never will be. Stop waiting to have everything figured out, you never will. Start now. With what you have. From where you are. The battle against yourself isn't one fight. It's 1,000 small ones every day. And every choice either builds you or destroys you. Every time you choose the hard thing over the easy one, you win a battle. Every time you act instead of postponing, you gain ground. Every time you face fear instead of running, you collect a victory. But it works both ways. Every time you choose comfort, every time you lie to yourself, every time you avoid action, you lose ground. These small defeats compound quietly. 1,000 small defeats create a wasted life. 1,000 small victories create an extraordinary one. The difference isn't heroic moments. It's daily decisions no one sees. Epictetus said it clearly. It's not events that disturb people, but their judgments about them. So what is your judgment about yourself? Do you see yourself as capable or limited? Because that belief dictates your actions. Identity shapes behavior, and behavior shapes destiny. Who are you right now? Not who you were. Not who they told you you were, but who you decide to be today. You can redefine yourself at any moment. The past doesn't define you. Your present actions do. Here's the truth. These 3 battles aren't fought once. They're fought every day, every morning, every decision. There is no permanent victory. Those who win aren't those who succeeded once, but those who keep winning daily. Consistency separates champions from those who only tried once. Consistency isn't glamorous, it's brutal. It's doing what you said you'd do even when no one is watching. It's getting up when you don't feel like it. Moving forward when everything in you wants to quit. That's the real battle. Not against the world, but against the part of you that wants to give up. Most people lose because they don't even know they're fighting. They live on autopilot, reacting instead of creating, surviving instead of living. They wake up, do the bare minimum, get distracted, and go back to sleep. They repeat this for decades, then wonder why their lives feel empty. The answer is simple: they never fought. They never faced the voice, never mastered their time, never killed the mediocre version of themselves. They quit before they began. Now they live with regret. Don't be one of them. The life you want is on the other side of these 3 battles. There is no shortcut. No trick, no magic formula. You have to fight. Face the voice that stops you. Master the time slipping away. Destroy the version of you that no longer serves you. These rules are non-negotiable. Choosing not to fight is still a choice. The choice to settle, to accept mediocrity, to live a life that was never truly yours. So decide now, fight or surrender. Time is already running. The voice is already whispering. The old version of you is already begging you to stay. What will you do? Because here's the truth no one dares to tell you. There is no second chance. This life is the only one you get. Every day you don't fight is a day you give to oblivion, and oblivion never gives anything back. The Stoics understood this thousands of years ago. Marcus Aurelius woke each day reminding himself it could be his last. That awareness gave his actions weight and purpose. You wake up and check notifications from people you don't even care about. That's the difference. They lived with urgency. You live on pause. They understood death is the price of admission. You pretend you have unlimited time. That illusion is why nothing changes. The battles against the voice, time, and yourself cannot be delegated. No one can fight them for you. Not your family, not your friends, not a self-help book promising change in 21 days. This requires sacrifice. It requires that you look in the mirror and admit you've been failing. And that hurts more than any physical blow because it shatters your ego. But that pain is necessary. Without breaking, there is no rebuilding. Those who avoid pain stay stuck. Those who embrace it evolve. Schopenhauer said life oscillates between pain and boredom. You must choose your pain, fight and suffer for something meaningful, or stay comfortable and suffer the emptiness of regret.
Both hurt. One builds, the other destroys, and regret weighs more. It's a slow poison whispering what you could have been. That's the real hell. Knowing you had the chance and let it slip away. Watching time close the door you were too afraid to walk through. Think about the people you admire. Do you believe they didn't fight these battles? They did. The difference is, they won more times than they lost. They weren't perfect. They failed 1,000 times, but they kept getting up. That's the key. It's not about never falling. It's about rising faster each time. Resilience isn't taking hits without flinching. It's getting up after every hit, knowing another is coming. The weak stay on the ground. The strong stand with broken bones and shredded pride, and get up. Here's the philosophical part that will hit hard. You already know all of this. It's not new information. You know you need to move. You know time is running out. You know you're your own worst enemy. Knowledge without action is useless. It's poison, because to know and not do is worse than not knowing. The ignorant have an excuse, you don't. You know what must be done, and choosing not to act makes you complicit in your own failure. Aristotle made it clear, knowing is not enough. We must apply. Wanting is not enough. We must do. So what are you waiting for? A divine sign? Perfect inspiration? It's not coming. Inspiration is a myth sold by those who never did anything. Those who build empires don't wait. They create momentum. Movement generates energy. Energy generates more movement. But someone has to take the first step. That someone is you. The first battle against the voice is won with a single brutal decision. Stop negotiating with yourself. Ignore its logical arguments, its fears disguised as prudence, its resistance wrapped in common sense. Don't debate it. It will always win. It's faster, smarter, knows all your weak points. The only way to beat it is not to play its game. Decide before it reacts. Commit instantly and move. Those who think too much lose. Those who act win. Napoleon Hill explained it perfectly. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. Start where you are with what you have and improve as you go.
The second battle against time is even more brutal. Eliminate everything that doesn't add value to your life. Distractions, toxic relationships, destructive habits, anything that drains your energy without giving back. Be ruthless. Your life is an overloaded ship. If you don't throw out the ballast, you sink. Most people sink because they cling to dead friendships, destructive jobs, or routines that keep them small. They're afraid to let go because they don't know who they'll be without those things. Here's the truth. You won't know who you are until you release what you are not. Time is your most valuable asset. You're giving it away to things that don't matter. Every second counts. Every minute is irreplaceable. Treat it like gold because it is. The third battle, the hardest, is against yourself. It isn't a single day. It's 1,000 consecutive days. It requires discipline, the word people hate because it sounds restrictive. But discipline is freedom. The undisciplined are slaves to impulses, emotions, and circumstances. The disciplined choose their path and walk it regardless of how they feel. Jocko Willink sums it up. Discipline equals freedom. When you control yourself, you control your life. When you don't, life controls you. That's the battle fought in small decisions. Getting up when the alarm rings. Doing the work when you don't feel like it. Keeping promises to yourself when no one is watching. These small victories build something bigger than you. Now comes the uncomfortable part. You must choose. You cannot read this, feel motivated for 10 minutes, then go back to your old life. That's emotional masturbation. Temporary feeling, no change. If that's what you're going to do, stop reading. Turn it off. Go back to your comfortable mediocrity. But if you're tired of who you are, listen closely. Change starts now, not tomorrow. Now, after this video ends, do one thing, just one, that moves you closer to who you want to be. Not something big, something small but real. Tomorrow, do another. The day after, another. Build momentum. Momentum is your most powerful ally. An object in motion stays in motion. Be that object. The 3 battles aren't won through heroic gestures. They're won through relentless consistency, doing what you said you'd do over and over until it becomes part of you. Until discipline becomes second nature. Until the voice in your head loses power. Until time becomes your servant instead of your master. Until the mediocre version of you is just a memory. That's what separates winners from losers. Not talent, luck, or circumstances, but the will to keep fighting when everything in you wants to quit. Viktor Frankl lived this in concentration camps. He wrote it clearly. When we can no longer change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. You're not in a camp. You have all tools and opportunities. You have no excuses, only fear. And fear only has the power you give it. Here is your moment of truth. Will you remain the coward you've been, or will you fight? If you choose to fight, it will hurt. Brutally. There will be days you want to give up. When the voice temporarily wins, when it seems hopeless. Those are the tests. The moments that define who you really are. Those who give up on these days return to where they started. Those who persist walk through hell and come out transformed. Before we continue, I want to present something. Our book, The Formula of Awakening. Feeling a spark inside but don't know where to start? Transform your thinking and your life follows. The link is in the first pinned comment. Dante said it. The path to paradise goes through hell. No shortcut. You must go through your own hell to reach your goals. No one can do it for you. The 3 battles await. The voice speaks. Time runs. The old you resists. Decide. Fight or give up. Own your decision. Don't complain later. Don't blame anyone. If you lose, it's because you chose to lose. If you win, it's because you chose to fight. Simple, brutal, real. If you've made it this far, you've already made a choice. Those who quit don't reach the end. They stop halfway, looking for the next distraction. You chose to stay. That says something about you. Now do something that seals that decision. Subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. Not for me, but for you. You need constant reminders. You need this showing up when you're about to give in, when the voice gains ground, when time slips away. Every video is a punch to mediocrity. And if you want to win, you need that weekly punch. 105. Go to the comments and write exactly this. I choose to fight. 3 words. Writing it publicly is a declaration. It's a commitment. It changes something inside you. 106. When you write it, you'll see it. And when I see it, I will greet you personally. It's not a game, it's a public commitment. Words spoken disappear. Written words stay. 7. If you know someone trapped in mediocrity, share this video. Don't keep it to yourself. Information that isn't shared dies. Someone out there might be waiting for exactly this to wake up. 108. Be the trigger. Share it. That act alone could start a chain reaction of change in someone else's life. 109. See you in the next battle. The 3 fights continue. The voice is whispering, time is running. The old version of you is resisting. And only you can respond. 110. Decide now. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Don't postpone. Your life is happening right now. Your moment to fight is this moment. Every second counts. Choose to win.